WCW. I've got lots to say about it. What a bunch of idiots, imbeciles, stupid as it gets. Stupid, clueless idiot, a bunch of clueless nuts. Is there anybody here that's got any brains? Stupid, stupid, stupid every day, every night. So stupid. You know, just really stupid. The biggest cutthroat bunch of conniving, backstabbing idiots you've ever seen in your life. That is such bullshit. It's the work of an idiot. Pathetic, really stupid idiots. Are you an idiot? Lost idiot? He was the shits. You will always be seen as a complete failure. The term motherfuckers would have been crossing my mind pretty regular. Thanks for nothing. Go fuck yourselves.
My favorite part is like, are you an idiot?
I like how he catches himself, like he realizes he's about to call somebody an idiot again and he wants to do something different. He's a complete failure.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that we're like covering the twilight of his career, like because of some fucking tard named Goldberg, but we'll get to that a little later down the road. Guys, welcome to another edition of Getting Some Color, where we cover retro wrestling and maybe a little bit of modern if it like piques our interest. Nothing really going on besides a few stuff that we kind of talked about on Messenger, you know, LA Knight and Solo, Nick Aldis and Gunther and Punk and Cody. And we'll see what happens at the SummerSlam. But we're going to get back to the Monday Night Wars. We are on July 8th of, I almost said 2026, 1996. And it's going to be WCW Nitro and WWF Raw. And we also are going to cover ECW Heatwave, the Supercard. So, as always, we always start with WCW because that's what comes on first before WWF Raw. Until they go live together, right? They go at the same time?
No, they still didn't go at the same time because Nitro had the third hour.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I always remember switching and be like, oh, I got to go to that now since it's over.
Yeah, it's like, right? I think they still come on earlier. Like their start time was usually just an hour earlier anyway or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'll have to research that. They maybe they came on at the same time. I don't really remember. But when they implemented the third hour, it's like it's like they had an extra hour either at the beginning or the end, and I can't remember which it was now.
Yeah, I don't remember. I always remember switching back and forth, like when the commercials. If anybody, young people out there, back then when we used to watch on the television, we had ads, we had commercials, and every time they said we'll be right back, it would go to what you would think of an ad on YouTube, just on the television. And when
or if you were a technical wizard, you had 2 VCRs, you were recording the shows on tape.
Yeah. That was before like cable boxes had that recording. I forgot what it was called, the actual term for it.
DVR, I think.
Yeah, there you go, DVR. When you used to schedule, it'd be like, I'm gonna go schedule WCW, I'm gonna go schedule Stargate and all that stuff.
I don't think we got DVR until like the early 2000s.
Yeah, it was like right when the DVD player came out.
Yeah.
All right, enough of technology. Let's get into some wrestling. We are in Orlando, Florida, where I live right now, Central Florida, and it is July 8th, 1996. And as always, it's going to be Larry Zbyszko, Tony Schiavone in the first hour, and then it's going to be Uncle Eric and Bobby Heenan in the second hour.
Mm-hmm.
This is the day after the Bash at the Beach, where Hogan backstabbed it seemed like every wrestler, even the heels, which we will learn in the show that they kind of have a little segment here and there of talking about Hogan turning heel. And this was at MGM Studios with Disney, which is kind of interesting. I'm kind of surprised, speaking of modern, like WWE or AEW doing this. Like, why aren't they taking advantage of like Disney or like, like when WrestleMania was at like that Vegas event where they were outside and they built that shit. Like, I like that type of stuff. I know a lot of people don't, but I kind of like it because it's like different, you know?
I think, and I'm not sure about this. I'll have to go confirm it, but like I think this show, like some of the other outdoor shows that WCW did for Nitro,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure this is just part of the park, and nobody bought tickets to this show. They just decided they would show up at the crowd.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And
And
that's
that's
why
like,
that's
yeah,
why the
that,
crowd felt weird a little bit, right?
they did kind of, yeah. It's like they didn't really react like as good as they should have sometimes, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably also why WWE never did shit like that, because it's like, oh, why do we want to run a show where nobody fucking pays money?
They later down in the years of Nitro, they go to like a biker event and stuff, which is also weird. But I kind of like it because it's like, again, it's different and it's like
Hog Wild.
yeah, it's like a time capsule type of thing for me for wrestling.
They're doing their first one this year. I think might be next month.
What, for WWE, or are you talking about the Hog event?
I'm talking about WCW, the Hog Wild pay-per-view you're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shit. Goddamn. All right. All right. Let's get into the opening match. WCW World Cruiserweight title match, and it's the Iceman Dean Malenko versus Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
And if you remember, Malenko defeated Disco Inferno at Bash at the Beach. And did Rey Mysterio get like a number one contender match, if I remember? Or did they just like he's in the rankings next?
They just said he was next, I guess.
Okay.
When they're finishing their entrances, like for this match, Tony Schiavone's like telling viewers, like, call your friends, call your family members who don't even watch wrestling. Tell them, even if they know the name Hulk Hogan, to like tune in at the second hour of Nitro so they can see what he did at Bash at the Beach, like that shit.
And isn't this a part where he's like, I'm sorry for what I said?
Yeah, he apologized first thing before he said all this. They also tell us we're gonna get Sting versus Arn Anderson, and
Hell yeah.
and then we're gonna get the Steiners versus the Nasty Boys. It's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. They have the match. I think, in theory, this should have been a good match, but there were a few botches and miscommunications in this match between the two of them.
It felt like Malenko was trying to be like we talked about him. He's like too getting to spot area and trying to like do the move. Like he's practicing like the suplexes and stuff. While Rey Mysterio is more energetic, very aggressive, and I think it just doesn't mesh well at the moment. Because I know later in the careers they do mesh together because they all become like a unit because they're in the same division.
Yeah.
It's just that it didn't work tonight.
I don't remember if they had any matches against each other while they were in DCW. Like they might have even like not really crossed paths. It could have been like ships passing in the night thing. Like when Dean was leaving, Ray was coming in, I think, because Ray didn't stay long. He was only there for like 2 months or something.
Well, a lot of people did that too. Like Ron Simmons was there for like a hot minute, and then you had Steve Austin there, and then Eddie Guerrero and all that stuff. It was like a bridge to the big times.
Yeah, I think about it. I think Dean did leave before Ray got there, so I don't think they ever actually had a match against each other in ECW.
True.
So, because Dean was like there like early to spring, last year, 1995, and then he left like in the summer. But yeah, I think Dean sometimes he's focusing too much on the next spot he's got to do or whatever, or the next move.
Mm-hmm.
But I notice he is getting a little better about being like more aggressive, or making it look more like, goddamn, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you up with this move. It puts him in like some hold.
Yeah, like a little bit of personality, even though he's called the Iceman, is coming out. His Icemanish is like peaking a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's trying to learn it. I think
They tried to do they did this one spot. I didn't write down what it was specifically, but I think I remember they were doing something on the top rope. Like they both had to be up there. And it was one of those top rope move spots that I don't like it when people do it. Is like when you can tell it requires too much cooperation between the two people to do it.
Yeah, and especially when you're doing it with someone that we think that are, they haven't worked together yet. Based off of what we think. I don't know if it's true. Maybe they did work together, and maybe they were like, "Hey, let's try to do this spot," and they just it didn't work well.
Yeah, I can't recall, so I'm willing to be corrected. But like, I hate those spots where guys get on the top rope together and they're like balancing each other and like, okay, hang on, let me get ready. I got you. Are you ready? You're ready. Okay, and then they jump off. It's like no.
Yeah, it breaks the immersion of like a fight. Like in modern wrestling, they do it a lot, and it's just like you could see them like communicating and like being like, "Hold on to me," or like they'll like brace each other. It's like, dude, if you're in a real fight, I'd push that motherfucker, like get the fuck off of me, or I would do my move.
Yeah, it's like people want to give LA Knight shit for his jump up superplex deal he does. You know how he botches it maybe about 30-40% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But at least he's not hanging up there. Like, hold on, brother. Hold on. Let me get position, bro. He fucks it up. He goes, fuck. And then he jumps up there and just tries it again. It's like within another second. And we give people shit about, oh, they tried the spot again. Why try it again? That's just the deal where he slips and the guy is still like stunned. And then he still has a chance to get up there or whatever. It's okay.
Or maybe he's booing it and he's doing it on purpose. Who knows?
That's what we got. Somebody has to ask him, do you plan your botches? He'll probably be like, no, I just fuck up. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But, Ray beat Dean with a Dragarana with a pin after Dean was doing this shit where he was hitting these big moves on him and he wasn't pinning him. He kept like breaking up the pin.
Mm-hmm.
He even did like a gut buster, like from the top rope. He like jumped up. I think that's probably the move I was talking about. Where he jumped off and did a huge gut buster with Ray, and was like, "No, I don't want to finish him yet." And Ray came back and beat him.
Yeah, Larry Zbyszko was like, "What are you doing? Like pin him."
Yeah, he's screwing around too much.
Yeah. Why do you think they took the belt off of him? Do you think because there's no personality, no draw, and people are having a reaction to Ray? You think?
That's possible. I mean, I guess. I mean, but Dean's always in contention for that belt, and he gets it back even, I think, a couple of times.
I guess they play hot potato with that belt. I
think they just saw Ray's getting reactions, and they're like, maybe we should give it to him for a little bit. And then, like, Dean can take it back off of him later, or some other heel later or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's a heel, I guess, even though he just did, like, a weird match with Disco Inferno where he's also a heel, and he just kind of, like, beat his ass.
Well, when you have a guy whose like gimmick is a disco dancer that interrupts your match and tells about his song and stuff, I'd beat the shit out of him too. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Right. The heel became babyface in that match.
Yeah.
I gave it a 6.3. I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.7. I gave it the Ray curve. But actually, I just looked at my notes. I wrote they fucking talked about Hog Wild, so I'm stupid.
There you go. See, Hog Wild's coming.
Yeah, Mean Gene Okerlund is backstage with the Steiner brothers and the Nasty Boys, and there will be wrestling later on, and the winner will get a shot at Hog Wild. The Steiner says they may respect their opponents, but they'll still bring the pain later. This was 4 crazy men yelling at each other, which I thought was hilarious because me and Gene looked like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
he lost control of the interview.
Yeah.
Like Scott, I think Scott called Knobs a fatso and told him to shut up, and then Knobs is like, "We're gonna take you down Nasty Boulevard." Then Rick Steiner just starts barking.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes, "Ooh, ooh." And they're like, what the fuck? And Gene's like, all right, get out of here. We got to get out of here. This is falling apart. Like,
What's funny is like if you close your eyes and you let Rick and Scott talk, it's kind of hard a little bit. Like obviously, if they talk normally, like you could probably tell the difference, but they both yell the same.
they have a similar pitch. There is like a difference between their voices.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what. That's why people hear Braun Breaker talk and they think he sounds like Scott Steiner. But if you ever heard Rick Steiner talk, you'd realize they sound very similar to one another.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. But oh yeah, I wanted to bring this up earlier, like before we go to the next thing. Throughout the show, like in the first hour, while Larry and Tony are on commentary, Larry Zbyszko keeps going on about how Hulk Hogan's actions were unmanly. That was unmanly what he did. And I'm like, hang on a minute, hold on, brother, because Larry Zbyszko's like trying to lecture everybody on unmanliness or manliness or like how he betrayed everybody. He was unmanly. I'm like, didn't you,
Bruno,
sucker in your own mentor and like attacked him viciously with like a fucking wooden chair, busted him open on TV, and everybody tried to murder you for that? Like,
mm-hmm.
like literally got stabbed in the ass over it. Like,
what would you say is bigger? Do you, Hulk Hogan's turn was bigger, or I mean, Bruno was big back then, so like he was kind of beloved, and having Larry like be with him for a while, people are like, oh, he's cool with Bruno, yeah, and then all of a sudden Larry just fucking kills Bruno.
I think that's tough because it's like two different kinds of wrestling, really, if you get down to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like that's still at the time where the territories are in place and where kayfabe's like really strong still.
Mm-hmm.
And it was to the point like, yeah, the reaction was more severe because it's like those cases where sometimes the heels get so much heat, people are actually trying to fucking assault them, or they try to murder. Larry Zbyszko got stabbed in the ass with a fucking knife. Just,
dude, back then was wild. I really want to watch the territory shit so bad.
so like the reaction was more severe, but it was like more, centered into that region. And Bruno was a worldwide star, I guess, but it's like, and Larry was able to be a heel off the back of that for like the rest of his career.
Mm-hmm.
But Hogan, the national, international audience, and everybody knows who Hulk Hogan is, and they never thought he would ever be a bad guy, even though he was a bad guy to begin with. It's just everybody forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I don't know. It's like two different worlds, really. It's hard to say.
True. We get another vignette of Glacier. He's coming, but
blood runs cold, brother.
Yeah, but if anybody remembers, it takes a fucking while before he shows up. So like we're gonna have like do you remember that one guy in WWE that like said he was always coming? He was like that Indian.
Oh, Veer Mahan.
Yeah, like it has that energy. Like, oh, Glacier's coming.
Veer Mahan is coming.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Yeah.
I can't remember why it took so long for Glacier to get there. Did he get injured or something? Like, I don't know the whole story behind it.
I don't remember like the reason. I just remember always because I played Mortal Kombat back in the day, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, Sub-Zero is gonna be in WCW."
Sub fucking Zero in this game.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch some of the wrestling bio stuff because I think he might made a video about it or covered it somewhere. What happened? Why did Glacier take forever to debut?
Yeah, I'm sure he probably said something.
Next match shows Big Bubba and Hugh Morris versus Steve Regal and Dave Taylor with his whole posse. Earl, Robert of Eaton, and Jeeves. Like, while they're coming in, Larry's talking about how butlers do the dirty work all the time. And he's like, over here in America, though, we have the same thing. They're called wives. That's not, damn, dude.
That's fucking great. I kind of want to make a apology to Big Bubba Rogers because during this time I kind of just got fucking annoyed because I was like the guardian angel, and then like I talked about Big Bubba Rogers here where it's just this big ass fat dude in his fedora. And then you go back and you watch his old shit, the stuff that you sent me the other day, and then seeing him take a real wooden chair, not a gimmick chair, to the head without the hat coming off. I'm like, dude, that's fucking. And he was big back then, like he was chubby, but he was slimmer back then, and he looked fucking huge.
Well, I think there in those clips we're talking about there, I actually think he weighs more than what he does now. I think he's a little slimmer now.
It must be the cameras, and like I hate to say like, oh, the cameras putting him on weight or something, but like it just looks like a way fatter guy now.
He looks chunkier there in the early footage. I think he loses a little bit of weight when he goes to be big boss man in WWF, just a little bit though.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think it's the outfits he wears too. It might make him look a little different
until he goes fucking all black big boss man, and that's when he's in really good shape.
Yeah. But this is a weird match because it's like two heel teams against each other. It's like, okay, they're WCW is doing more of this heel versus heel shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't happen with like real high profile people yet. It does later, but
it does later a lot, and some would say too much. But like, I appreciate them trying something different than the old wrestling formula or how WWF does it.
Yeah, like occasionally, once in a while, you can have a heel versus heel match. You can't do it a lot, which is one of the things. That's like a trap they fell in, was they kept doing heel matches.
Mm-hmm.
And I contradicted myself. They did do high profile heel versus heel matches. Remember late last year when they were doing the Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen shit, and they were fighting each other? Like,
mm-hmm.
So ECW does it too. They don't do it a whole lot though.
The thing with ECW though is like it's the Wild Wild West there. Like they could literally do fucking anything. It doesn't really matter.
This didn't really end up even being a full match though, because John Tenta came out pretty quickly, and he started clubbing the hell out of Bubba, and they just kind of like fought off, as they say.
Yeah.
Somehow this didn't cause a disqualification though. That John Tenta came in and just took him out of the match, and they just fought away from everybody. And then like Dave Taylor and Regal do a double back suplex to Morris, and they pin him. They almost fucking broke his neck, it looks like too. Dave Taylor's like cracking me up because he's doing all this. He's really getting into his. Yeah, we did.
That just tells me that the Dungeon of Doom is on their way out.
Yeah, like they're. I mean, I guess like when you decide, okay, I think a lot of this happened like really quickly. Like when they decided at Bash the Beach, at the show, they're okay. Hogan's going to be the guy. We convinced him. That probably changed a lot of creative plans. So it's like all of a sudden, okay, a babyface Hulk Hogan's not at play anymore. That kind of takes away the reason for the Dungeon of Doom to even exist, So
yeah,
they addressed in a promo.
Yeah. But what'd you give this match?
I didn't give it a score because it was like a showcase, I guess. It wasn't a squash because that guy unfairly got double teamed and his partner was taken out of the match.
Yeah, I put showcase too. I wrote, so Tenta comes in, DQs, and I guess they still go on with the match, and the Blue Bloods win. Okay.
No DQ. That referee hates all these fucking heels, so he's just like, oh, I'm not going to enforce the rules. I want him to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
I guess.
And I guess he's like, he deserves it because he's been fucking messing with John Tenta all fucking year.
Let that man get his revenge.
Mm-hmm. But after that, we get that promo, right? With the Dungeon of Doom.
No, it's
And
actually after this next match, weirdly.
oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
They
Okay.
do Eddie Guerrero versus Mexican Jushin Liger. Psychosis.
Yeah.
That match starts, and then we get little comments from Ray, and like they do the boxing promo. WWF does sometimes.
Dude, he's so his baby voice. He's like Hulk Hogan, man.
Oh man, Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan let us all down. Oh,
Yeah.
everybody in Mexico is so sad, man. And he said something in Spanish, pretty lengthy, and we don't know. But he says that everybody's sad, I guess is what it boils down to.
Mm.
And then next week, we're allegedly going to hear from Hulk Hogan. So he's not here tonight.
Mm.
Now the match. It was pretty good. If it went a little longer, it probably would have been better than the opening match. It's just that it was short.
Yeah, what's with all these short matches on WCW tonight?
I think they dedicated a lot of time to promos. I don't know why. I guess because they're trying to do that. We got to get the temperature of the room because Hulk Hogan betrayed wrestling or something.
I got a question. If when you say they're doing the temperature, are they trying to see if like this is going to be good for Hogan? Is that why Hogan's like gone for a week? Because maybe they might go back. Maybe he's having a little cold feet still, or he's just like, "Oh, brother, I don't know if I could do this." And then he could do like a John Cena type of thing, where he's like, "I'm sorry, I was filled with."
He called an audible halfway through and realized this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But no, I think like what I meant by it is like, to me, it looks like the way they're structuring their TV show this week is we have to get everybody's opinion on like Hulk Hogan. So the fans can know how everybody feels about Hulk Hogan in WCW right now.
And it could also be like, oh, we got to get the feuds and get them ready and all that stuff.
Yeah, it might be kind of like they're buying time too, so they can creatively figure out what the hell to do with everybody. Because, like I said, they just turned Hulk Hogan heel and they lost their biggest baby face. So, but it could be also like just to maybe kind of buy time for Hogan, and it could have even been maybe Hogan was there because he had a commitment. Because brother, he's got other shit going on.
Hollywood.
Brother, yeah. Anyway, those match, Psychosis, he did like a fucking tumbleweed from the top rope out on the floor to Eddie. That was crazy. Or Whisper in the Wind, if you don't know that the Jeff Hardy move where he used to jump up the turnbuckle and do a spinning flip. I don't know if he can do that anymore.
I don't think he can do anything anymore.
He still does a swanton. It's just he does not protect the opponent anymore. He can't.
He's just like, dude, fuck you.
Dude, you have to take this full move. I can't protect you anymore because my body will fucking break in half. He got to that point. But Mexican Liger kept working the arm. Eddie hurt his arm. He did something and fucked it up. Oh, it's when he hit that tumbleweed. He landed. Eddie's like, oh, fuck. Eddie, though, he fought back and he hit a superplex and he did a frog splash and pinned Mexican Liger. I gave this a 6.2.
I give this a little bit higher. I give it a 6.4. I liked it a lot. The Eddie curve and the Mexican Liger curve.
It's just his name now. But now's that promo. Now's that weird promo.
Mean Gene is
the Dungeon Doom.
Yeah, Mean Gene is on the entranceway. Kevin Sullivan there, Jimmy Hart, and then WCW World Champ. I keep on forgetting he's a champ, and that kind of sucks that Hogan. It doesn't suck because it changes the business in a good way, kind of. But it sucks that Hogan did that because nobody gives a shit about the Giant right now. Everything is all on Hollywood Hogan, and soon that's going to come to a head on who's going to get the title eventually.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that, like, even before this, they kind of were treating the Giant weird, like with the booking. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, he's the champion now, but it's like they know he's still kind of green, and they know they shouldn't overexpose him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he had that match with Luger, and it's like, look, Lex Luger is all right, you know, he's decent, but it's like, can he carry the Giant through a match? No, he's not that guy.
No.
Like if anybody was going to be that guy, it should have been Sting, but they didn't use Sting for that. I don't know why.
And maybe that's why Sting got depressed.
That's why he became Crow Sting.
Yeah.
But they put themselves in that position though. It's like they pushed the Giant so hard, and they know he's not really ready. He's like, fuck, we gotta let him win now. He'll look like shit if we don't let him win. They put themselves in that spot.
Yeah. Jimmy Hart, talk, because me and Gene's like, hey, you've been managing Hulk Hogan, like, what the hell is going on here? And like Jimmy Hart's like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, baby. I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah. And then it goes to Kevin Sullivan, and he's like, I'm gonna hold my thoughts for Chris Benoit. I always knew Hulk Hogan was. He kind of did the "I told you so" type of thing, and I thought that was funny.
I made a comment about Jimmy Hart. Oh, by the way, BG, because Jimmy Hart literally said, I have no comment. And then Gene goes, that's a popular comment by politicians these days. No comment.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, hang on a second, though. Does Jimmy just not like this? Like, because he said, I don't like this. That's the only other thing he said before. Does he just not like it because Hogan didn't turn evil with his crew? Because remember, the whole time, like, Hulk Hogan, you're a bastard because you're a good guy.
Well,
be evil. And they tried to make him evil, but it didn't work or something. Or it did.
Well, that's what's weird about this. Like, they're interviewing heels. Like, they're getting their opinions on him.
Yeah.
And in reality, it should be like, that motherfucker beat me when he was face, and now he's heel. He's going to take my fucking spot. Like, that's what they should be saying.
Yeah, we still want his ass out because he's in our way of success.
I think Arn Anderson kind of takes that point of view a little bit, where he's just...
Yeah, he does a more believable promo about it than this, because this is just weird. But it's like, what if Hogan became Hollywood Hogan and just joined the Dungeon of Doom? Would it have been cool?
I don't know.
Would Jimmy be okay with it then?
Imagine if they did a, Kevin Sullivan's fucking, that father thing. Sullivan!
Father! I've done it! I've wrecked the brain of Hogan! Now he's evil.
I've got 2 outsiders.
Sullivan starts talking though, and he's like, me and Jimmy Hart spent 1.5 years trying to destroy Hulkamania, and Hulk Hogan plucked it away from us. He destroyed it himself. And he's like, all the evil and the karma he did before, it's come back onto him now. So I guess it's just like, because all the bad shit he did, this is like, it blew up in his face, is like what he's trying to say.
It's okay. He's going to book himself into a divorce soon. That's
part of the karma he's talking about, I guess.
Yeah. And then Giant screams something, and I just kind of zone out, because I Giant screaming thing is fucking annoying to me. I'm sorry.
Actually, he didn't really scream. He did scream, but he screamed to interject. Like Jimmy Hart, by the way, he threatens that, like, BG, you could lose your job over this, and this kind of plays out through the rest of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he just makes this vague threat because the NWO shit is like, you can lose your job, and he's like, oh, what? Like the Giant though, he's like, hang on a minute, and then he like talks normal again, which is funny because it's like it's like sometimes he does one of those yelling promos that just sucks, and then sometimes he'll be calm, and it'll be like this. And this is funny though because he's like really calm. He's like, did everybody forget I'm the world heavyweight champion? And everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah.
We actually did. And he's like, nothing's going to happen to WCW as long as I have the belt. I beat Hulk Hogan in October.
Hold on, brother.
Don't worry about anything. And that's basically what he says. Yeah, hold on, brother. That was a technicality.
Yeah.
But he's like, forget. He's like, don't worry about anything. He's like not treating it seriously at all. And he basically just walks away from the interview.
It was such a weird fucking like promo that I was just like, I still liked it because it was entertaining.
It's like there was 3 different promos with 3 different moods or something. And then like after they're walking away, Gene like he looks at like the camera guys like, hey, do you guys know anything about that? Am I gonna lose my job? He kind of just says it like real low.
And Tony Schiavone's like, he's like, Gene, I don't know. He's like, I don't know anything. Match number 4, we have the number 1 contender match for the WCW World Tag Team title. The Nasty Boys, which is Knobs and Sags, versus Steiner Brothers, which is Rick and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
We've been giving the flowers to the Nasty Boys recently. They've been kind of putting on good matches. It's just when they get with Public Enemy, it's just like, no.
Yeah, they can't do that fucking that ECW hardcore style, which that match sucks anyway when they do it the way they do it.
Oh, because it's not an ECW. Like it's like a watered down ECW match.
It's like sanitized, but it's like they still have to do this walk around fighting shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not good. So it's like it's got higher production, but it's still that really shitty layout of a match.
Yeah,
it's just not good because it's dumb because we know these Public Enemy guys can wrestle. It's just they always choose to not do it.
Yeah,
for some reason.
And around this time, it starts to get dark at MGM, and the lights start to blare, and you see the glistening of the sweat that's happening from the humid of Florida. And as someone that lives in Florida in the heat, God damn it. I was fucking sweating watching this fucking match.
I did not even think about that. Yeah, those guys must have been in hell out there.
Yeah.
Jesus. Because, I mean, yeah, when you're indoors, you got those big-ass lights on you, and you get sweaty, too. But at least there's no humidity. Unless the air conditioning sucks or it just doesn't work in that building.
Yeah. Unless you're The Rock, and then you could just, like, go on the floor and get a water break.
Get a little water break in there.
Mm-hmm.
These guys were having a pretty an okay match, I thought. And then right before hour 2 starts, Sags and Scotty end up on the floor, and Sags grabs a chair from a child. Like there's a child sitting in there's a front row where they're not behind a barricade. There's just people all around the ring sitting in chairs.
Which was interesting to me.
I guess it's like a VIP section.
I just thought they were all family members or maybe part of the staff.
Mate, I don't know. But he made this child get up out of his chair and he stole it. And he hit Scott with it, and there was no DQ. Like the just blatantly he hit a guy that fucking out of the chair. The
refs happened. Don't give a fuck today.
At Disney, they don't care.
Yeah.
There's like a camera switch near some part of this area, like between sections of the crowd, and you see Colonel Parker and Sherry standing there. They're pointing and they're like talking about something.
Mm-hmm.
And they both hit the ring, and then Sherry distracts Scott while Colonel Parker hits Sags in the back of the head with his cane. And Scotty like turned around after Sherry got done distracting him, but he didn't realize what happened, so he just like sees that Sags is down and he pins him. And he gets the win. And then that seemed to go against the narrative that they don't want Harlem Heat to fight the Steiners, because they were saying that on the commentaries. Like, they don't want to fight the Steiners. They're scared of them. Why'd they just help them win?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't get this. Either A, Colonel Parker wants the Steiner brothers, or it's just a fuck up that they're doing, and it's like a comedy angle. Like, oh, fuck. Now we got to face them type of thing.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing either. This was like an average match for me. I gave it a 5.4 out of 10.
I gave it a 5.6 because the finish like kind of fucked it up. Like I was kind of enjoying it, and then like the DQ thing, the no disqualification from a chair shot, and that like on top of that like made the score go down for me.
Mm.
After that match is over, Heenan and Eric are like there now, and they're talking about last night. And Heenan mentions like everyone was worried about Eric Bischoff because nobody knew what happened to him, and Eric just sort of downplays it. And he's like, "It's not a big deal, and I'll address that later." He never addresses it, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's continuity errors and stuff that they're doing, or are they like planting the seed that he's like part of it? Because like there's a part where he just fucking goes nuts on the NWO. I mean, he's like, I fucking hate it. They don't run shit. Like he doesn't say that verbatim, but like he gets like angry and stuff. So I'm like, I'm lost on all of this stuff. I'm like, I to tell you the truth, from all the gummies and all the alcohol that I consumed, I totally forgot how Uncle Eric joins NWO, like the actual segment.
I think it happens this year, and I know it happens before Starrcade.
Mm.
It's just that I don't remember where. Maybe it's at Hogwild. Maybe it's a little later. But
Maybe it's during when Vince McMahon kind of involves himself a little bit more. Like he's not fully, the Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold, but it's kind of like showing a little bit with the Brett stuff.
yeah, but that doesn't happen until next year, where
Okay.
Vince starts getting pulled into angles more.
Mm.
Like I think it's after he starts getting pulled into angles more in the summer of next year, which that's when like Austin gets his neck broken and he has to start doing promos because they don't want him to wrestle.
Mm.
And then he he's on that forced leave, and Vince is like, "We don't want you to wrestle because you could hurt yourself." He's like, "You can kiss my ass," and he just fucking stuns him, and he does like that weird sell.
I like when they little side tangent. I like when they visit him at his ranch and stuff, and he has like a fucking bow and arrow, and he's shooting at fucking like Vince McMahon and JR's face.
You see that stupid son of a bitch out there? That's Owen Hart. He like fucking shoots him with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this goes back to that thing I was talking about. It's like, okay, Eric joins NWO, so it's like, was he working brother when Kevin Nash almost killed him off the stage? Like, what the? Like, talk about continuity errors.
Yeah, the way tell the truth, that's how WCW is from here on out. It's just a bunch of continuity errors. It's kind of like they're just going with the flow. And listening 83 weeks later, you could tell Uncle Eric was going with the flow at times.
Yeah, I definitely think at this time he wasn't even thinking about I'm going to be in this group. I don't think that was part of the plan at all. It's just that eventually somehow it got to that. I don't know what his explanation for it was. I've never heard like how he came to be involved in the group.
I don't know. I gotta watch it and see if he talk. I'm pretty sure Conrad's like, "Oh, Eric, what did you think?" I can't do it, Conrad.
How did you come to get involved with the NWO? He's got a weird speech pattern, but let's see. After that match, like Mean Gene's in the ring with the Nasty Boys, and Sags is saying like, "I got hit in the head with that cane. A lightning bolt went through my skull," and he realizes things need to change, is what he says. And they've been in street fights, they've been in a dog collar match, and he almost got his neck broken. And he says it'll be a cold day in hell. And then Gene's like, "Oh, you can't say hell." And Gene takes he goes to Knobs after that, and he's like, "Don't take the mic away from him until he's done talking." And then Gene's like, "Fine," and he takes the mic back over to Sags, and like Sags doesn't say anything, probably because he's catching his breath.
Yeah,
he just doesn't say anything, and then Gene's like, "He's done talking." That shit was funny.
And they also don't condone that Hulk Hogan. But they also say they don't see a problem with it. Somehow they like the whole idea of the NWO, and I'm just like, were the Nasty Boys NWO? I mean, everybody was NWO at some point.
No, so like, this is spoilers, but I just know this happens. but like they tried to join the NWO, but they just get their asses kicked and they don't ever let them in.
They don't like fat people,
Like
probably.
they fucked with them for a minute, but let them think you guys might get in, Chico. We might let you in, and then like they fucked them over and just beat their asses. I'm pretty sure is what happens.
Okay, so I kind of like that they're planting the seed of that story a little bit, where they're like, "Oh, I'm kind of interested in this. Let me go join that."
What Sag says is he can understand how Hogan did what he did, and he's like the New World Order. They do whatever they want, just like how we used to do things, and maybe we should start doing things that way again. So that's what it was. But,
Nasty world order.
next match is Jim Powers versus Ric Flair,
Woo!
champion, with all the girls for the WCW United States.
I got all the girls.
All the girls.
Even Deborah.
Eric sounded real sad about what happened with Hulk Hogan. And then Bobby takes this opportunity to let us know he's been telling us about him for 20 years. And everybody thought I was a fool at this guy. Every time I always said bad things about this guy. Oh, he's just a fool. He's a buffoon. He's a joker. He's not like, no. I'm like, yeah, fucking tell him. You knew this whole time.
Another person that said, I told you so.
Yeah. There was a hilarious bit in this match where Jim Powers, who's like, he's doing better in this match than I thought he was going to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that story about Ric Flair like having a match with like George South, who was like a jobber, and he like did 10 minutes with him or something on TV. Just because Rick loved to wrestle or some shit. He liked George South. That's why he did it.
Mm. I kind of like when they do that though. I mean, I know it's annoying for like kayfabe where you have this like nobody come out of nowhere and almost like have a good match with him, but sometimes these wrestlers want to like do that, you know?
Rick just likes to wrestle. That's why he, even with like job guys, he was like, it would go longer than what you think it would. It's just because that's what he likes to do.
So Maven, like, remember that?
Yeah, he wrestled Maven. Maven wasn't a job guy though.
Oh no, I know that, but like, you know, he wasn't a nobody, but like he was like this reality show guy, and like most of the boys would be like, I don't fucking want to be with that because he didn't earn his way.
I don't know what he ever said about Ric Flair. I haven't seen that, but
he probably says something. He says everything. I know he hates Triple H.
That's okay. I don't blame him. Like from the stuff that happened to him, I don't blame him. But yeah, Jim Powers whips Rick across the ring and he backflips out to the floor. He does that spot. And then Rick gets himself up and he goes up to some fat fan in the front row and yells in his face. And then he walks around the ring and he gets woman and like twirls her around. And he's like, all right, I'm getting back in the ring. He like did a whole bit before he got back in there. And the first thing he does when he gets to the ring, he goes right in the eye. He just goes,
Flair being Flair.
I love it. It was a decent match, but Flair clips Jim Powers' knee and then he does a knee drop and then he puts the figure 4 on him and he submits him. Because Jim Powers, he got like some good, he like did hip tosses, backdrops, did all kinds of shit. I was surprised how much offense he got. 5.9.
Yep, I'm right with you. 5.9. I liked it. And then that's just when we have the Horseman promo with Mean Gene. I didn't really write anything besides like Arn Anderson actually had a good point.
I wrote some of what he said. Like,
okay.
Arn Anderson's like, he's cutting a pretty serious promo too. So it's not like the weird Dungeons and Doom promo where there's like 3 different tones. He said Hulk Hogan stabbed people in the back whose very lives hanged on what he did in the ring. Which that's a fact, actually. And he says it wasn't supposed to end like this with him running off like a thief of the night, and that he was supposed to stand for something. And he's talking about how like the Horsemen were supposed to like like he doesn't say this, but this is what he's referring to, in my opinion. The Horsemen were supposed to beat him up and humiliate him when he was a good guy, and it's not the same anymore because he fucking ruined that. So it's like it's not as good. Now it's not as good.
It's kind of like a mobster, like telling his son, "I don't want you to be a mob. I want you to do good. I want you to be a doctor, a lawyer."
This life is not for you. It's
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. That's how I felt with Arn Anderson's promo.
Longo gets a few words in, but it doesn't amount to much. I don't even remember what he said.
I don't remember either.
He's just a couple of lines, and then Flair goes, "Outsiders, insiders, until you can wake the dead, drive the women out of their heads. Woo! I can go all night long." It's like it's always just saying bullshit. So Ric Flair is kind of like the Giant; he doesn't care either.
Yeah.
And then woman is like sexually harassing Gene the entire time in this interview.
What is up with that? Like,
I think it's just funny. I think like it's a bit they do, and they know it's funny.
Because like the only thing like with heel women, like if you're not Luna Vachon, like you're not scaring the interviewer. Most of the time, the women are just like either giving a mug eye to the like Mean Gene, or they want to fuck Mean Gene. Because I think like remember that one Fifi was the name that Ric Flair that Fifi girl.
Fifi the maid.
Yeah, like he was hitting on Fifi, and then
Mean Gene just loves women, you know.
Mm-hmm.
This is too much though. She's really forward with him. He's not used to that.
Yeah, she wants to fuck him right in front of Chris Benoit.
I like how Flair did not give a fuck about what Hogan did. Like he displayed it the most Flair way.
That's Ric Flair, man. I guess he could have done like got a little serious, but then like he could have like jumped it up a little bit. But I kind of like this. He's just like, I got women, and I can take everybody on. Fucking bring it.
Flair's kind of like he's going off the cliff now in terms of like how serious his character is.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people argue that happened already in his feud with Hogan, like that they did, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Where he dressed up as a woman to like assault him and shit. He's just being crazy. Like, no, he was still serious and was like hating Hulk Hogan and trying to be the world champion then.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's just about off the rails now. Now it's like almost a parody, like a Ric Flair parody.
Oh, it just amps up even further down the road, and until we get that infamous where he strips in the middle of the ring and throws his shoes at the fans.
Yeah, he just starts being crazy all the time.
Yeah.
We go to Bobby and Eric is still down in the dumps about what happened. He's like, oh, WCW talent and the Giant, and we got all this talent. We should be able to fight. And Bobby Heenan's like, yeah, there's nothing to worry about. Like, we know who the third man is now. Now it'll be easy pickings. If only you guys knew what happens later.
I didn't write it down, but did Bobby Heenan be like Lex Luger knew what was going on? That's why he fucking like injured himself to get out of this match.
That might have been something he just said, like as an aside.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't write that down specifically, but like I could see him saying that. I mean, he took himself out on purpose, which is something we was talking about when we were reviewing the match.
Yeah.
The possibilities, like how they could have executed all that better than what they did. Like, oh, look at us. We're fucking geniuses and shit.
Yeah, they did. They really did a great job on who's the third man. Like, if because I knew about it because I didn't watch the pay-per-view. I watched this WCW Nitro, learning about Hogan and all that stuff. But if I watch that live, I'd be like, is it Lex? Is it Sting? Who is it? Like, what's going on?
Because also before that pay-per-view, they've been doing this thing where like Lex is like being weird, and he's like being like kind of a heel, but like he's pretending to be a good guy to Sting's face and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they've been treating him really weird in the booking of the shows. But yeah, I don't know. They went with Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
Craig Pittman with Teddy Long versus Chris Benoit.
I wrote down. I forgot that Teddy Long got chosen.
he was looking for a manager, and Teddy Long was like, "I'll manage you, player."
Mm.
And then, this was actually kind of an interesting match because like Craig Pittman just started suplexing Chris Benoit. I didn't expect that.
And Benoit still looking bruised up from that shoot fight.
The shoot
Wrestling.
fight.
Yeah.
And then like Teddy got like Benoit came back though, he started beating him up, and then Teddy even tries to help Pittman in the match, and he's like able to do this bit for like distracting Benoit. But he overruns Pittman, he puts him in the crossface, and he gets a submission. But Pittman didn't give up. Teddy Long was yelling for the referee to call for the bell for him because he refused to tap out. And that was the match.
So you think they're gonna like have them like not feud Teddy Long and Pittman, but kind of like friction? Like, why'd you do that?
I'm not sure what that was. It might not even have like a big point yet. It could be like just this thing where they're showing like these guys are a new pairing and they're still trying to mesh together. And we get to see them argue a little bit. Why did you tell them I gave up? And he's probably saying, "Player, you couldn't get out of the hole. You was going to hurt yourself. I saved your career."
Yeah, okay.
That kind of a thing, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how long they're together because I had no memory of this at all.
So. Yeah, I was so engaged with the NWO and versus WCW that I could not give a fuck about Craig Pittman. No offense.
No offense, brother. No score because it's like a showcase. You get squashed. Nobody got squashed here. It was just a short wrestling match.
Mm-hmm. Same. I didn't have a score for that. I was like, oh my god, it's so quick.
It's Anderson and Sting.
Yeah, main event time.
They have an okay match. It seemed almost kind of house showish, like the way they were working though.
I mean, WCW loves to go to we need to have this amazing match because when we heard the card of Arn Anderson versus Sting, I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's going to be fucking awesome. But WCW likes to do this thing since the NWO and all that stuff is happening. There's always like chaos at the end that just like takes the rails off of the main event. And I kind of get it in booking. Even though Arn and Sting, I don't think have a program, right? Like, this is not leading to like a feud later down the road, right?
Not really. Like, I think they're sort of feuding, but it's like it doesn't really amount to anything because Sting's gonna disappear soon anyway.
Mm-hmm. But Uncle Eric likes to go to the thing like, oh, I don't want to give them a free match. You know, like you got to save it for pay-per-view.
Well, and then he does things like he does give them a free match that should have been a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like that the one in the Georgia Dome or whatever the fuck that was with Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if they agreed to it or they decided, like, you guys just work light because they knew this was just going to turn into an angle at the end anyway. Maybe that was it.
Maybe.
But they're wrestling pretty, like I said, pretty safe. And then they're like, guys, we're getting word there's a limo showed up. And it's like, oh no. And they show us the limo, and then Hall and Nash come out, and the crowd is like all standing up as soon as somebody sees them because they go, "Oh, look over there!" And then like it's just like a chain reaction. Everybody stands up and starts looking that way, and they're like not paying attention to the match.
Well, I like it because they were just like, "Oh, the fucking limo pulled up," and it's just like a limo by like a barricade.
Yeah,
because it's outside still, And then they come out, Scott Hall denim on denim.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then Kevin Nash in a fanny pack. And I'm like, I love this look.
Fanny pack Kevin Nash, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Arn and Sting stop fighting. And it's like they start paying attention to them because they're like, are they going to fucking come in here and fuck with us? So they're not fighting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And security shows up and they're like trying to keep them from doing anything. And these guys aren't wrestlers. They're just security people. They're cops. And then Randy Savage appears because he fucking wants to fight them. And during all this, like it seems like, okay, they're just going to break it up and they're going away. Arn takes the opportunity to glom Sting. He like hits him from behind and he does like a DDT. He goes to do a DDT. But Sting blocks it and he causes Arn to like reverse DDT himself. So he hits the back of his head. And then Sting gets him in the Scorpion Deathlock and he gets him to tap out. 5.5.
I give it a little higher. I gave it the Arn curve, 5.7. Randy Savage comes out. He wants a piece of Hall and Nash. And then Mean Gene does an interview with Sting in the ring. Sting says he should have known that Hulk Hogan would have turned on WCW when he was more interested in traveling in limos rather than showing respect for the WCW roster. I wrote typical fucking face promo where it's just like, yeah, you take the money, man. You take the money and you fuck the fans. I'm like,
yeah, he did. He was also pretty fired up for this promo too.
Yeah. I'm not like totally doing, but I'm like, it's just a very typical face thing to say. But it's Sting, and I get it.
Yeah. And then like he should have known that he was going to do this. He referenced back to that promo before Starrcade where Hogan called him and Savage and like Luger like three little dogs and Hulk Hogan was the big dog.
So
whoa,
good callback.
Stinger remembered, brother.
It's like a Telltale series game. He remembered.
Sting says that he told all these kids, Hogan told all these kids to like believe in something bigger than like he told them to believe in God and believe in themselves. And it's a good thing they do because they can't believe in Hogan anymore. And he's like, Hulk Hogan, and it's like he just doesn't know what to say. It's like he's gonna curse or something. And he just goes, you can stick it. I was like, man, like that was a good promo. And then like the last line was just kind of just bombed.
He should have cursed, but I guess we're in Disney, so like it had to stop.
And then G starts talking to Savage, and he says, he addresses being in Disney. He's like, since we're in Disney, I can't talk about the things I want to talk about. I want to do to Hulk Hogan. So think of the worst things you can think of. Multiply that by 9 million, and then multiply that by infinity and beyond. A Disney reference.
Is Toy Story out yet?
Yeah, it's already came out. It came out in 95.
Okay, so that's why he did it. We're at Disney. Well, Pixar wasn't Disney yet. So anyway, never mind.
Whatever. But yeah. He said he's great in this of saying in the Sahara Desert, and it's real scary out there. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean, but it was a threat.
I wrote, Randy Savage is angry.
He's so mad, he's like starting to not make sense.
Yeah.
They do a commercial, and we come back, and then Gene's with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. They're just like fucking hanging out by like the, like they're on like an equipment box or something. And Gene's like, he's talking to Nash. He's like, I don't think that they're going to be able to do anything to WCW like you guys aren't. And Nash is like, oh, I beg to differ. He says that nobody appreciates that Hulk Hogan built the wrestling business, but the outsiders do. And he goes, Hogan will be at Nitro next week, and Hogan's not here because he's filming a movie. And then we go to Hall. He goes over to Hall now. He's like, we advertised and we delivered, Chico. And he says Savage is jealous of Hogan, and Gene asks him about the idea of losing his job. He's like, what, are you guys really going to cause me to lose my job? And Hall's like, Scheme, Gene, if you want, you got a job in the New World Order. And then Gene's like, I'm going to stay here. I was like, okay. And then they close the show. Eric shows everybody the stills of what happened at Bash at the Beach. Like when the show's almost over, it's like they advertise at the second hour, you will see the shit. And they waited all the way up till the last minute to show people that. And then Heenan starts ranting about like it's Hogan. It's like all the charity stuff, all the charity work he did, the people he called his friends in this sport. And he's like, there's people before him that weren't just riding his coattails. It's been people like me who built this sport and made it what it is. It's like, yeah, you fucking tell him.
Yeah,
The business is bigger than Hulk Hogan. That's what he was saying.
I wrote down, I said, Bobby Heenan, fucking Sting, and Arn Anderson had great promos as far as like the Hulk Hogan stuff. I said everybody else was like schizo fucking promos.
Yeah, it's kind of odd promos. Even though Sting like kind of fucking let down the end of his promo, it was like, oh,
you could stick it.
It was good all the way up to that point. You could stick it.
It was like he was trying to get his inner Tony Schiavone out, where he's like, you go straight to hell, but he's just like, you could stick it.
You could shove it up your ass. Is like probably what he wanted to fucking say.
Yeah.
I know this show is okay.
It was the middle of the road.
It's a letdown coming off of that pay-per-view, especially the end of it.
Yeah, if he had a commitment, I get it. And I guess like if he didn't have a commitment, I guess he could still get it because you're just like, you just did something fucking crazy, and now everybody in the WCW wants to go after you now. So it kind of makes sense that he's not there a little bit. But when you're gonna have an event like fucking MGM Disney, and you're not fucking bringing Hulk Hogan, maybe they were worried about people chucking shit at him. That could have been a thing.
I also wonder if, like, because they were in Disney, if they were like handcuffed with like in terms of how edgy they could get. Because it didn't seem like the language for some of the promos was strained. Some of the action felt a little like they were holding back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, even though fucking Knobs or Sags or whoever it was hit somebody in the head with like a fucking chair, like whatever. But I don't know. It just felt kind of like a bleh Nitro after that big event.
Yeah.
I gave it a 5.7.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.8.
The TV rating though was a 3.5.
I mean, knowing about Hulk Hogan turning heel,
yeah,
I would be tuning. I did tune in as a kid, so
that shit probably made newspapers. People were probably talking about it on like news shows and shit, and people were probably talking about it at work the next day everywhere, and it's the word spread. You're like, holy shit, I got to see the WCW to see what happens.
Dude, I kind of experienced water cool talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Because when Lost the Show came out, because Netflix and all that other streaming shit wasn't big back in 2004 and all the way to 2010, even when 2010 it ended. Like, I always remember going to work and talking about TV shows. So, like, I'm actually happy I experienced that. Today, you can't really do that because, you know, you just go on fucking line and be like, hey, man, that sucked or it was good or whatever. Yeah. All right. We are moving to the other brand, which is WWF Monday Night. And we are July 8th, 1996. And we are in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And your host is Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler. But before that, Gorilla Monsoon is on there. And he announces that Ultimate Warrior is immediately suspended for no showing. But he's here tonight. That's because of taping at the show to wrestle Owen Hart because the show is I wrote because the show is totally not taped. and I put sarcasm. And what did he say?
He didn't just no show, he no showed 3 different towns. He listed the towns. It was like Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis.
Yeah. Which
are like pretty big market towns for you to not show up at a fucking live event for.
So we witnessed Ultimate Warrior's last match, right? With Owen Hart here.
Spoilers, yes.
Yes.
I got a story like after we go through the match, like explaining like what happened exactly.
Mm.
Maybe not exactly, but like it gets more into the details of like what happened. So yeah, it's Owen Hart with Jim Cornette versus the Ultimate Warrior, and Owen, of course, he's getting dominated in the beginning of the match. It's Ultimate Warrior,
Mm.
and during the match, we hear some comments from Shawn Michaels and Ahmed Johnson, and Vince like they're like standing in some backstage area or some shit without shirts, and they're both holding their titles. Like, why are they fucking like that? Like, why don't they have shirts on?
Yeah.
It's just, it's like they're in street clothes, but they're not wearing shirts.
It's like when wrestlers come down to promos in their fucking like trunks. I was like, "Are you ready for a match?"
Yeah, I like how Randy Orton's thing has always been. He's always in his gear, but he wears a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's his thing. But yeah, Vince brings up that due to Warrior suspension, they've lost their third man for In Your House. They're doing the third man shit now. And then Sean's like, we're not going to drag this out. We're going to tell everyone the answer tonight as to who our third man is. It's like he basically says the same thing Sean said, but not as good or clearly.
Yeah.
It's like dumb. It's like he just repeated what he said.
It's like playing telephone, but he's right there.
Yeah. Like whatever. He sounds like the Tasmanian devil or something. But we go to break, and Owen has taken over on the Warrior. It is getting heat. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because I did not think that was going to happen. And Warrior's like making a comeback. And as he is, like Bulldog comes to the ring. And when it seems like Warrior is going to win the match, Bulldog gets to the ring and tries to attack Warrior, but he like dodges and he clotheslines Bulldog in the back of the head.
Mm.
And then Earl Hebner's like, oh, that's a DQ. So at least the referees here fucking know what they're doing. Really, he should have just DQ'd him as soon as he got in the ring. But it's not 1980 anymore, whatever.
Question for you. Was this Warrior's best match of the stint that he was on?
Yes.
Okay.
Warrior didn't have that match with Jerry Lawler. Not really. That wasn't really a match.
And not Triple H either. It was more like a squash.
And the thing he did with Goldust was like not really. He kind of squashed Goldust. So this was the best match.
Mm-hmm.
It took Owen Hart to get it out of him, I guess. I don't know.
The best of the Hearts. I'm kidding.
Seriously though, Owen got a lot of offense in, and he was like working his body parts and shit. He was getting heat.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, what is happening? That does not happen in a Warrior match almost ever.
Do you think maybe like there was a lot of tension in the lock? Maybe you're going to tell me soon. Maybe there's a story for this.
This is my theory, because they knew this was going to be his last televised match. Vince is like, you're going to fucking take his offense. God damn it. You're going to sell it.
Mm.
And then you could do your shit. You could do your fucking comeback, and then we'll make it look like you were going to beat him, but you're not going to beat him. You're going to put Owen over at least. Mm-hmm. So Owen kind of got to get over on Warrior just a little bit.
And then he said, I'll see you later when you die.
Yeah. In a roundabout way, he kind of put over Camp Cornette, because after that match, Vader runs down to the ring now. And then like they're trying to beat up Warrior, but they can't do it. Vader gets in there and he like fucking hits him, and then all three of them and Jim Cornette gang up on Warrior and beat him up.
Yeah.
And then Owen is like they're holding him down, and then Vader runs all the officials off, and he does a Vader bomb on Warrior, and it looks like it killed him.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was like, good. It's just, I gave this match a 5.7, by the way.
I give it a 5.5.
That's fine. I just the shock of like what I saw, I think, was like what inflated my score. But when we go to a commercial and they show us that the referees had to drag Warrior to the back, which that's fucking never happened either. They never do that to Ultimate Warrior.
Do you think they possibly shoot? Like they actually fucking maybe got a lot of receipts on him? Because why is he, or did like you said, Vince McMahon told you, you're going to fucking sell this shit.
No, I think Vince set this all up to make it look like they fucking hurt him, and that's their excuse to get him out. It's like Camp Cornette beat up Ultimate Warrior and threw him out of WWF.
I could imagine Vince being like, you're going to fucking sell or you're not getting fucking paid.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So supposedly what happened was Warrior skipped those dates appearing for shows, and Vince got pissed at him about it. And Warrior claims it was because his father had died and he needed time off to grieve. But Vince has gone on record saying that up to that point, Warrior hadn't seen his father in 10 years and didn't care for him. So he didn't believe that excuse.
I actually believe Vince more because Vince actually cares about when like parents die and shit.
Yeah, if somebody's like something happens in somebody's family, unless you're Terry Funk and you're talking about your horse, that doesn't count apparently. Like usually he would give the guys a break. So I believe Vince in this case.
Yeah.
And he used that as an opportunity to terminate his contract. So like I guess he'd been bugging the shit out of him, and it had built up to this point. He's like, God damn it, you skipped 3 of my biggest dates. When we advertised you, fuck you, you're fired.
Yeah, we advertised your fucking shitty school and your fucking shitty comic, and this is what you repay me. I'd be pissed off too. I'd be like, technically, I would have fucking buried him. I would have got a fucking job and probably buried him. I'd be like, you want to be paid all this money? You're gonna fucking take a who's a jobber right now in fucking WWF that I can think of? Fucking not a jobber, but fucking 1 2 3 Kid beats him. Something like that.
Somebody like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, later on, Warrior explained again the real reason why he didn't make those dates was because WWF breached contract first by not paying him his percentage of merchandise money he was owed. That's what he claimed. So, like, he told some other story first, and then he says this.
Then sue them if you feel like that's happened. Like,
here's the thing. Like, I don't know, maybe he thought in his brain that his agreement was different or some shit, but I'm pretty sure that the guys would get their merchandise money in lumps. Like it wasn't just something they got like every month or some shit. It's like they would get it in lumps over time.
mm-hmm.
So he probably just didn't get his merchandise money yet because it wasn't fucking time to get it yet.
And he thought probably because like I'm the fucking Warrior, I should be getting money. I should be treated like Hulk Hogan. Still,
I guess I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought I remembered hearing that before. That the guys didn't get their merchandise money like all the time, constantly. It would happen like it broken up over time.
I mean, ask Tommy Dreamer.
Fuck. So we come back with Ahmed and Sean. They're still standing there shirtless.
I don't know why.
And they're still holding their belts like that. Like it's just weird. And then Sean says, that's what happens to people who tangle with Camp Cornette, brother. But we got the third man here, and he's going to be here tonight. And Ahmed's like, he can guarantee what happened to Warrior will not happen to the guy we got. Like, ooh. Okay.
Ahmed's still rocking the gold Intercontinental Champion strap. Did you see that?
Yeah, I think he just hangs on to it. And I don't know when it goes away because I think Goldust gets back, maybe? I'm not real sure, but
I want to get that. I want to get the gold IC title. I like that strap better.
I like the gold one, yeah. It's kind of like sometimes I like the white one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it when they just made that the default. Like, I liked it better. Sean got it and he made it white. That was like his thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got Savio Vega versus Justin Hawk Bradshaw with Zebekiah. Fucking Dutch Mantel, god damn it. It's just Savio's like making his entrance, and then Brian Pillman just appears out of nowhere and he tries to sneak attack him with crutches. And then WWF is like, no, you can't hit him. And then he's like, oh, okay. I won't hit him this time.
I wrote down, I was like, this is some WWE 2K6 bullshit right here.
Yeah, something in universe mode happened.
Mm.
They show us this clip from Superstars where like Bradshaw was fighting Savio and they were whipping each other with like straps and bull ropes and shit.
It looked cool. I liked it.
Yeah, I was like, damn, these guys are just going at it. And then they're having a pretty decent match actually. There's like good back and forth action. They're getting into it with some good strike exchanges. Like they're getting pissed at each other and like, oh, fuck, you hit me, I'll hit you back, like kind of thing. Zebekiah, he even got to do a gut shot on Savio when the ref wasn't looking. He just got up on the fucking apron and punched him in the stomach. And then like, what sucked though is like King was too busy telling jokes on the commentary. They didn't even draw attention to that. They didn't even acknowledge that happened.
Yeah. I hate when like Lawler gets too jokey at times. I'm just like, stop. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just like cringe.
Vince didn't even do it either. He just hit him in the stomach. He shouldn't be doing that. He didn't even bother.
Mm.
At one point in the match, it slows down a little bit, noticeably. And then Mr. Perfect calls them on a cell phone, apparently. And then King's trying to like say that Mr. Perfect's the third man. He's like, you're the third man, aren't you? And he's like, I got it. And then like, you're breaking up. What? And then they go to a break. And then we come back and it turns out Mr. Perfect lost his signal because it's 1996, brother. On a cell phone. I like how they asked him, where are you? Vince is like, where are you at? He's like, it's none of your business where I'm at. I'm on a cell phone.
I'm actually surprised he said cell phone. I thought he would say like cellular.
I think he said cellular phone. I thought he said cell phone.
Mm.
But whatever. This match starts getting some life back into it. There's a little bit more back and forth. And then Bradshaw, it even seems like he can win. Like, it looks like he's going to win this match. But there was a miscommunication with Zeb, who he grabbed Savio's ankle in retaliation for him attacking him earlier. And he caused Savio to fall down when Bradshaw threw him in the ropes to do the clothesline from hell.
Mm-hmm.
So he missed. He fucking missed because Savio fell and he like throated the fucking rope. Like he gave himself a hot shot. And then Savio got up and he did the Caribbean kick and he pinned him for 3. And it's like they didn't call that out either, like when Zeb grabbed his ankle or anything.
Yeah, the commentary kind of sucked in this match, and all the like gimmick stuff that was happening in, like the phone call and stuff, and they're trying to do the whole fucking like, who is it? Who's the third man? And I'm just like, why are you copying? Like, I get it.
They're telling their story. They got to get it over.
Yeah.
I gave this a 6.
I was a little down on it because it was like fast and slow. Like it was showing like I wrote fucking cool ass pump handle slam from fucking Bradshaw though. I was like, that was fucking cool.
That was a good move, yeah.
Yeah, but I gave this a 5.7.
I gave it a 5.9. You're right. The pacing did bug me when it was slowing down some. After the match, Zeb tries to attack Savio with his branding iron, but Savio turns around and Zeb backs off. But that wily ranch boss, whatever the fuck he's supposed to be, he was stalling so Bradshaw could hit Savio from behind. And Zeb gives Bradshaw the bull rope and he hits Savio in the head with the fucking bell on it. And our boy gets branded. They brand Savio.
He belongs to them now.
Yeah, I like how it's like not even like, it's obviously they're not going to do a hot branding iron to him. It's just like they put like ink from like a stamp on it and they're just like, you've been branded. But he walks to the back and he looks at the mirror and he's like, God damn it, I gotta wash this off my face. Back again with Sean and Ahmed. And Sean tells Kingfish he needs to hold his horses. The third man is coming. They just got off the phone with him. And he'll be here. And when he gets here, he'll bring him to King tonight.
Was it the cell phone? Was it Mr. Perfect?
Is it the Underfaker? Is it the 1-2-3 kid?
Is it Rocky Maivia?
It's Rocky. That's later. Vince asked Shawn how he feels about his title match next week against Billy Gunn. He's like, oh, okay. Billy Gunn's going to have a match with Shawn. And Shawn calls Billy the drugstore cowboy, and he's going to give him a whopper and stop him. That's pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Ahmed's going to fight Bart Gunn for the IC title. And Ahmed says something about Sonny and the Hood. And you better not bring a gun to a fight. Like, I don't know what the fuck he said. I couldn't understand it. You know what he said?
I don't know, but maybe I could translate. Like, if you bring Sonny to the Hood, she might get a cat call, and you better not bring a gun in the Hood because you might die. I don't know.
Bart Gunn is his last name is Gunn. It's like, or you say Bart better not go to the Hood? Like,
leave Sonny in the Hood? Leave the gun home?
What? Yeah, I don't know. But like, I literally could not understand what he was saying, though.
Yeah, me either.
Up next, British Bulldog and Vader with Jim Cornette versus the Godwins with Hillbilly Jim.
I like British Bulldog. I like Vader. I fucking hate the Godwins.
Why do you hate the Godwins?
I just don't like the hillbilly fucking spick. I'm not a fan of the bushwhackers and all that stuff. I hate those gimmicks.
They're retards, though. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
The bushwhackers they're like mentally, there's something wrong with them. The Godwins are just fucking rednecks.
Yeah, they're just farmer boys fucking people up.
Like, they're not retarded. Like, they've tried to make it clear maybe Phineas is like kind of slow, but he's not retarded.
Mm-hmm.
So,
he's just hard for Sonny.
I mean, yeah, everybody was. So it's fine.
Yeah.
I thought this match was actually like kind of good. Like, I was worried. I was like, oh no, I don't know about this. But we know Henry O. Godwin can kind of go, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Phineas has been kind of like, we're not sure about him still. Sometimes he's done good things when he was like Tex Slazenger or whatever.
Mm-hmm. When he was hanging people with the ropes.
Yeah. The Godwins were able to crank things up, and they were like brawling with Vader and Bulldog. And Vader and Bulldog got to do their shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This shit was funny. Jim Cornette was getting on commentary, and he did little digs, like asking McMahon how much caffeine he had, and Vince just goes, it doesn't matter. Like, he's making fun of him because he's drinking too much coffee or something. And they're talking about how the referee is stupid because he's bald, and you know nothing grows on infertile land. Henry Godwin's putting up a decent fight, but Vader eventually gets in there and he takes over on him. He starts clubbing him and clotheslining him and shit. Go to break. The heels are pretty firmly in control, and Phineas is like in there getting the heat dumped on him. I was shocked at one point in this match, Vader hit a Vader bomb on Henry Godwin, and he kicked out of it.
Mm-hmm.
After we just saw him do one to Warrior, and it killed him.
Well, Warrior deserved it, so.
And he killed Gorilla Monsoon with it. He gave him a fucking hernia with his or whatever.
He's old.
He's old. And he's like, that's been a finishing move for him. And Henry Godwin got to kick out of it.
Dude, when you're doing crops and fucking feeding the pigs and herding all the horses and stuff, he could kick out of it, I think.
He's farm strong, you know?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Phineas is able to fight back. He tags in, and Henry goes like on a tear when he gets tagged back in. Cornette, multiple times in this match, kept getting up from the commentary desk when they started losing.
Yeah.
And he would go to yell at the referee, or he'd tell Vader to like get up or give them instructions, and he was getting all exasperated by the effort.
When Vader went down, fucking Jim Cornette's like, "Oh, I'll be right back." And he like runs, he sprints to the apron, and he just starts like pounding on the mat, like, "Get up!" Yeah.
Yeah, and then like when he comes back, he's like all out of breath, and he's like, "Can nobody do anything in this company but me?" And then for a second, it looks like the Godwins were gonna like win, but Vader was able to get Henry Godwin off of him, and he clotheslined Phineas in the back of the head, knocked him into Bulldog, who picked him up and power slammed him for 3.
What a good sequence, by the way, because like you're getting fucking clotheslined by Vader in the back of the head. Like, you should like lose brain cells or fucking have your brain rattle inside of your skull to like the point of hospitalization, and then fucking Bulldog just breaks your back and then pins you.
It was perfect. It's like when
Yeah.
he was stumbling forward from, oh fuck, what happened? It picked him up, power slam.
Yep.
That was good shit. I love Cornette's bits were great. I love how he called you idiots. I mean, get up there. He called his guys idiots. And he corrected himself. It was great.
Even though I shit on the Godwins, this was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself. Anytime Bader's in the ring, dude, and I've always given shit to like Bulldog before he put on the pants, the jean pants.
Oh yeah.
And it became like short hair. So like you know, they all did great. They put on a fucking good show, and there was no interruptions besides like Jim Cornette doing stuff. And that stuff is gold with Jim Cornette.
That enhanced the match.
Yeah. So I gave this a 7.1 out of 10.
I gave it a 6.7. I thought it was pretty good.
I gave it the Cornette curve. I've been digging a lot of Cornette lately.
He's great.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
third man time.
Third man, I love this shit. I finally got to see where this comes from. After the match, we go to the backstage area where Sean and Ahmed are, and they're hanging out, and they're shirtless again. They're holding their belts. And then we see that hilarious Jim Cornette gif where he's like gloating. He's like, "Ha, yeah, we beat them. It was easy," and all this stuff. And then the reaction of him, like the camera zooms in on him. He's like, "What? No, you can't do this. What the fuck are you doing?" This is where this comes from. Cornette's not worried about who the third man is because we beat up the Warrior. Then it turns out behind Ahmed, somehow they were hiding Sid behind Ahmed. You couldn't see and Sid's there. And when he's revealed that it's Sid, Jim's like, "Oh my god, what the heck? No, he's insane. He was locked up. You can't do this. He's gonna kill everybody."
Maybe that's why they had their shirts off and the titles were weird because like they had to distract us.
I guess. I don't know. And then Sid cuts a great promo.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. He's like, "Jim Cornette, you're probably asking yourself, Shawn Michaels, what have you gone and done? Twice he's found me at the gates of hell, and he's released me." It's like, "This time for you. At Camp Cornette, there's nothing. No good news. I can hear you. I can hear you screaming out, 'Help, help, help.' But there's no one there." And he just starts laughing. And yeah, Jim's freaking out.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the show. He's going to say he's going to contact Clarence Mason and he's going to sue or something.
Sue for what?
Sue for breach of contract. This is bullshit.
Good luck.
So Sid's back. He's back from softball.
Exactly. What I'll say about the show, like it was kind of like mid. You know, it was interesting with Ultimate Warrior and Owen Hart, and then Warrior getting kind of like squashed by Camp Cornette. And then, you know, having this weird angle with Savio and Bradshaw, it looks like they're going to do like a thing, and having this third man thing, even though we made fun of it throughout the show a little bit, having the ending being Sid was crazy, and having that main event with British Bulldog, Vader, and the Godwins was really good. It picked up really well. So I gave this a 6.7 out of 10.
I gave it a 6.3.
I was high on this one.
Yeah, I liked it too, though. I had fun with it. Like I had more fun watching this than the Nitro. The TV rating was 2.5 though.
Makes sense because Hulk Hogan turned
heel turn. Yeah, all that shit. And Sid's back though. The ratings are going to go up.
Sid is going after that title soon, kind of, right?
Later.
Yeah.
I don't know when they start cooking that, but it happens at Survivor Series. So it's probably after SummerSlam they start doing that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're gonna go to Philadelphia now. And we're gonna go the summer of 1996 in ECW Heat Wave, which is on July 13th of 1996.
Yeah. They don't waste any time. It's fucking the Samoa Gangsta Party do their entrance, and then the Gangstas come out, and then New Jack and Mustafa just rush the ring and they start beating the fuck out of them.
It's gang fight.
Yeah, it's a game, and then the music's playing, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the match is just thrown out because the referee is concerned for their well-being. Joey Styles says because both of them got busted open.
Okay,
They're getting their asses kicked, and they're like not defending themselves.
I gotta call bullshit on this. There's people with like fucking thumbtacks, fucking objects that are killing each other, putting through chairs. There's blood everywhere, but this is like too far.
Well, in those matches, it was built up to that point.
Oh, this is just crazy. That like it's not.
These guys got jumped and just weren't able to defend themselves at all.
They were scared that there was gonna be a shooting or stabbing, is what they're
Possibly.
going. Yeah.
You know, Mustafa, he walks around with that backpack and he has his hand in it sometimes, and you don't know what's in there, but he's like, what's he fucking holding that backpack?
Uzis. He's got Uzis in there.
This is squash. I'm gonna call it squash because it's like
I call it squash.
The shit out of them. And then New Jack's in the ring and he's got the mic and he's saying, "Bring them motherfuckers from WWF in here. Bring the ECW title in here." He's just yelling.
I think that's what I like about ECW a little bit. They could just fucking go ham. They don't have to worry about investors and networks and all that stuff. It's just like, motherfucker, you come here, I'll beat your ass.
No, you're gonna hear some crazy shit, or you're gonna see something crazy for sure.
Yeah.
And then they edit to Mikey Whipwreck versus Paul Laria with Damian Kane and Lady Alexandra. It feels like we're skipping shit. We're not though. That's literally what happens next. Sometimes the ECW is just like that.
Yeah, when they have to like do this whole supercard thing, they just go, all right. Well, if you haven't been keeping up with ECW, Hardcore TV, and all the other bullshit that happens, we're just going straight in. Sometimes Joey Styles does do a little story, but this one, I don't think he did, and he just went in there, and I was like, oh, we're having a match. Okay.
He tries to say something. He lets us know what happened. Somehow, like, Damian Kane brought Paul Laria back. Do you remember him at all?
No.
He was like a fucking low card, a jobber guy in ECW. He was the Giant, Paul Laria. I don't know why the fuck they called him the Giant. I guess they thought it was funny because he's like 5'7". like that's the joke. Get it? But they said, oh, Mikey and Paul Laria broke in together. They were friends, and like this is supposed to be him getting back at him because Mikey left him behind or some bullshit. I don't know. That's what Joey Styles tries to tell us. And
I wrote down like there was like a small like history that I kind of just zoned out on, but I wrote, I know who Damian Kane is. Mikey Whipwreck is getting up there, and like, oh, I kind of understand him a little bit. But I'm like, who the fuck is Paul Laria? And I was like, I kept on thinking in my head, I'm like, who is this motherfucker? And if you guys remember, Zach continued watching ECW 95, I think, right? And I stopped. So
he was there, but he mostly just lost to people. He was like one of those guys that they would throw in a tag match or something, or a squash to get squashed. Mikey squashed him though. He beat his ass pretty much.
So we got 2 fucking squashes in a row.
Yeah. And then right after that, the Eliminators run in the ring and they beat up Mikey and Laria. And then Saturn gets the mic and he's like, we accept the Gangster's challenge of the 4-way dance with the Samoa Gangster Party and the Brothers. And then Saturn says, I won these belts. I mean, we won these belts.
Yeah.
And like he tells Crows, throw this jabroni out. And he's talking about Mikey, and they throw him out. And it's like, we need an opponent. And then he's like, he tells Mikey to go get the great Sabu. So it's like, hang on, you told Crows to throw him out, and then you decided you wanted to have a match with him anyway. Okay.
And why go get Sabu? Like,
because Mikey's kind of friends with Sabu now. Remember they had that match and Sabu was like, I respect you, brother.
they had a barbecue in the desert?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're friends now, kind of. And like Mikey limps away, and then 3 seconds later, him and Sabu come back and they hit the ring, and another fucking match just starts.
Dude, this is speed running a fucking show.
It is. And they didn't edit that either. There was no like, and then like it's just Mikey went to the back, and then 3 seconds later, he literally came out with Sabu.
I appreciate Mikey still selling the match and the beat up and all that stuff, because Sabu's like holding him up and stuff and like doing the
he was limping and shit. He was having to carry him.
Yeah,
that was good.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Eliminators champs versus Mikey Whipwreck and Sabu for the ECW tag titles.
I wrote down, I was like, is fucking Mikey Whipwreck and Sabu gonna fucking win titles? I just kept on like thinking that throughout the whole match. I'm like, what is the point of this? Like, they're coming out, they're saying, we accept the match, gangsters. And by the way, Mikey Whipwreck, go get fucking Sabu. I'm like, because usually when that happens, like when someone has a quick match and then continues another match, like, and then titles on the line, sometimes it switches. So I'm like, I wrote down, I'm like, do they?
And you could believe that team winning. I mean, that's the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as they're getting into the ring, Saturn still got the mic, and he says, get one of them out there on the apron. It's like, this is traditional rules. So they're saying we want a normal tag match. None of this crazy ECW bullshit.
Oh, when they all like do a tornado shit.
It's just a tornado match, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good though. Pretty good match. Sabu and Mikey are a solid team, even though it's like, to my knowledge, it's the first time they've teamed.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen them team. So yeah.
It was a good effort, but the Eliminators are just too tough, and they're too good at double teaming and shit, because it's like kind of the story they told. It's like Sabu and Mikey were able to come up with, look at, we did this move together. It was cool. But the Eliminators are really good at, like, you do this and then I'll do this, or you grab him and then I'll suplex the fuck out of him and almost break his neck, or just shit like that.
And then total elimination.
That's pretty much how he said it.
Yeah. I kind of like, now that I think about booking, like, you just beat the shit out of Mikey. So, like, kind of Sabu's like fighting the Eliminators by himself.
It's like 2 guys against 1.5 guys.
Yeah.
Pretty much. In the end, they put Sabu through a table, taking him out of the match, and they hit total elimination on Mikey. And it looked like they killed Mikey with it. He like sold the shit out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I thought this was traditional rules, but I guess that was supposed to be them getting heat, I guess. Like,
yeah.
We want traditional rules, and they try to fucking kill Sabu with a table.
Sabu tried to set up the chair like 3,000 times.
He did, yeah. He did eventually do his shit, but yeah. I gave this a 7.1.
You were a little generous. I gave it a 6.9. Nice. Out of 10.
It's very close.
Mm-hmm.
The FBI are back, and Lil Guido gives the referee a paper and tells him to read it. And he says, "This is the Italian karaoke bistro hour." and here's old Brown Eyes himself, JT Smith. Because they're still doing this shit where he's like, he's like Frank Sinatra, but he's JT Smith. I guess.
Fly me to the moon, and then forgets the lyrics.
And they're playing the song. little Guido tells JT he wants to introduce everybody to his little brother, Big Guido. And then this huge, large motherfucker comes out. And this dude looked like he is 7 feet tall or something. He's massive.
He's a real giant.
Yeah. And I guess they're going to have a match with the Dudleys.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Dudleys versus the FBI. And this is like a big clusterfuck brawl.
Yeah, I wrote brawl, chaos. Nah, that's all and I stopped writing after that.
I don't blame you. I'll try to fill in the blanks a little.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a brawl that turns into an angle because Devon shows up where the stage is, and he's got a mic. Like while this is like, I think this is like before the match starts. They're all standing there, and he's like, "I'm tired of this bullshit." And he calls out Big Dick Dudley, and he says, "If you're so bad, come up here and beat my ass now." And then Devon like is waiting for him, and then Big Dick is like, and he fucking like is starting to head over to Devon, but Devon walks away, and then they start getting beat up in the ring. The other Dudley is Bubba, and was there a third Dudley, or was it just Big Dick and Bubba against those guys? I think it was just Big Dick and Bubba. I think it was like 2-on-3.
Yeah.
I guess Big Dick counts as two guys.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Dudleys are short a guy, and they're getting their ass kicked until Devon comes in to save them with a chair. And he just starts hitting them again.
I remember that, yeah.
Beating the shit out of their Dudleys with a chair. And then Big Dick comes to the ring, and things just break down so badly to this point that the crowd starts chanting boring at them.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was like, ooh, that's not good. Devon evades Big Dick again, and then that Big Guido guy ends up only being somewhat special because he gets slammed and beaten up by the Dudleys anyways. I'm like, oh man, you just
ruined him.
You just showed everybody this huge guy. Like, it didn't look like he could work that good. Like, he could do a power bomb.
They could be scared of him.
They should have just like let him like club guys, and then he would power bomb because we can clearly see he can execute a power bomb because that was like the only move he did.
Yeah.
But they ruined it already. I want this Dudley shit to hurry up and end. Culminate into something because this shit's getting old.
I fucking hate it.
And I think the crowd there is getting sick of it too because now they're starting to chant boring at it.
Mm-hmm.
No score because it turned into an angle.
Yeah, I didn't give a score. Who was remember when Devon said I ain't scared of that person, and then he gets in the car and runs away? Who was that again?
It was Big Dick.
It was Big Dick. Okay. Yeah,
like Big Dick was coming outside, and then Devon, because Devon talked shit about him before he went back to his car.
Mm-hmm.
Axel Rotten versus Tarzan Goto. I don't know who Tarzan Goto is, but I guess he's a Japanese guy. I think he worked in FMW, is what I ended up learning.
He was also an IWA.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They have a back and forth match. Goto's got pretty good strikes, I gotta say. He throws good punches and chops.
Mm-hmm.
Axel Rotten did a spinning wheel kick, and I never expected him to do that move.
Dude, remember in the beginning we were just like, fuck Rotten with all his bullshit brother fucking blood matches and stuff. And then he had that match with fucking
Shane Douglas.
And it like resetted him to be a wrestler.
Yeah, it's like he stopped doing these insane hardcore Taipei deathmatch bullshits. And he's just being like, I'm going to fucking fight. Let's go. And it's working.
Mm-hmm. I'm rooting for him. That's crazy.
I know. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
They go and they walk fight for a little bit, but they don't do it too long, thankfully. And then the bad parts of this match are actually the fact that they feed too much for these chair shots they're doing to each other. Did you notice that? It's like when one guy would grab the chair, the other guy was like very obviously being like, "Okay, I'm ready for you to hit me now." I'm like,
Yeah, it has like that WWE thing where like he like lays on the floor type of thing.
too long.
Yeah.
And I thought that was weird because I figured both these guys would be used to that. Maybe it's just like a timing thing between them.
Mm-hmm.
Because like we see fucking Axel Rotten do shit where he's taking just straight up shots to his head. And then like this Goto guy works in fucking FMW in Japan. Like they're trying to kill each other over there too.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was like just weird timing between them.
Maybe Paul Heyman is like, hey, I know you guys are fucking crazy, but I need you not to kill each other today.
You guys can't be crazy tonight because we need to do other crazy shit in other places.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Goto won though with a brainbuster to a chair, which that should finish somebody.
I ain't mad about the finish. I'm just more surprised because I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like they like build up Axel Rotten and then like Goto comes in and wins. So I'm like, but it makes sense. If my head hit a chair on a brain buster, I'd be out cold. And that's how wrestling should be.
Yeah, everybody should be out when you get dropped on your fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's WrestleMania, I guess.
Yeah.
I gave us a 5.6.
I give it a 5.5.
Okay. Now there's this big long Taz segment. Joey Styles is in the ring, and he's talking about how Tropical Storm Bertha can't cool down the ECW heat wave in beautiful downtown Philadelphia. It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, we don't care about the weather. And then Joey introduces Taz with Bill Alfonso. Taz comes to the ring, and he has like a whole ass entourage, and they have a Taz flag, like he's like a nation or something.
Yeah.
And then Taz gets in the ring. And Bill Alfonso's with him too. And he says, I've choked out Bam Bam Bigelow, Devin Storm, Paul Verlins, and I'm undefeated, and it's time to start making some changes around here. And Taz tells Bill to go ahead and tell everybody what the first order of business is. And Alfonso's like, we're going to make this place the best company there is, and that starts with Joey Styles being fired. Because he never shows Taz the respect he deserves. And then Joey Styles is like, you can't fire me. You don't have any authority. And then Taz is like, you're fired, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then Joey's like, I'm fired.
I like the back and forth because like then they bring back that announcer guy.
Yeah, Joe Gertner.
Yeah. And he tried to do like no hard feelings. And like went for a handshake and stuff, and like Joey Styles was like, fuck you. And then like Taz is like, no, fuck you, or I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, they bring Joel Gertner, and that happens, and then Taz gets on the mic and starts running down people at ECW. He says Sandman is back there crying in his beer about his kid. And Taz says if that was his son, he'd bust him out in the basement and show him some respect for what he did.
Yeah, child abuse.
And he says Tommy Dreamer needs to get his career in perspective instead of chasing around his two slut lesbian rats all over the place.
Thank you. Because, like, that's all Tommy Dreamer is right now. He's like, I'm going to fuck these women. Raven, I'm fucking women. Like, it's so annoying. I'm sorry.
Like, Taz burned the shit out of him. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joey grabs the mic and he's like, can we end this charade? Can we get back to Heat Wave 96? And then Taz grabs him by the throat. And he's like, don't you ever fucking interrupt me. Dude, no, it's tougher than Taz. He's like ranting.
Is Joey Styles stupid?
I think Joey Styles is supposed to be like, damn it, I have a job to do. What? The show is just completely stopped.
He's trying to be a Mean Gene when he's not Mean Gene.
Yeah, he's ECW's Mean Gene, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He has his way. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That thing where he's like, you can't fire me. And Taz is like, you're fired, motherfuckers. I'm fired. But then 911 comes out, and he chokeslams Joel Gertner. He killed that fucking announcer for some reason.
Yeah, because
And then he was
I wrote this down. I said, okay, Joey Styles is fired. This motherfucker is gonna announce this whole fucking night. I said, please, something happen. And then 911 comes out and fucking kills him. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's good.
he's gonna try chokeslam Bill Alfonso too, but Taz chop blocks him.
Mm.
And then they square up and like he gets up and they're like, you won't fight, and then 911 choke slams Taz anyways, but Taz no-sold it. He got up from the choke slam and he German suplexes 911 and puts him into Taz mission. And I'm like, can anybody stop the path of rage? Apparently not, because he no-sold that shit.
What do you think? Do you think that's kind of stupid in a way for no selling, or are you just building up Taz to be this fucking crazy dude?
Paul Heyman is building up Taz. He wants Taz to be his badass MMA, I choke you out, motherfucker guy. And it worked. We know it worked. We're just seeing it happen in real time. And it's like, I think that builds up the intrigue for their match they're going to have, I guess. Because they had a match before. I don't know what happened to that guy. He just disappeared for a while. Maybe he got injured.
Yeah.
But I guess this is supposed to be like a return match. And it's like, oh, just the shock of, oh my God, he no-sold 911's chokeslam. That's big, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's kind of being like if someone tapped or kicked out of the tombstone from The Undertaker, essentially.
Brock Lesnar F5'd a guy, and then like Obafemi got up and said, no, motherfucker, and then he powerbombed like that.
Side note, do you think any crazy shit's going to happen on top with those two motherfuckers?
I can't imagine them wrestling on the top of the cage. Jesus, that would be scary.
That is going to be fucking scary, but I guarantee you someone's going through it on the side. Probably.
They're probably going to like wreck the structure. There would be some kind of big spot like that. Like, remember when Bobby Lashley did the shit where he like jumped and like hit the cage wall and it collapsed or something? Maybe something like that.
I just hope they don't do that stupid bullshit where they climb and then they like they both climb at the same time and they hit each other. Yeah, I hate that shit. It's stupid.
It looks bad, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying go kill yourself and be like fucking Mick Foley and throw yourself onto an announce table. Just don't do that. Just fucking do what you just said before.
Yeah, nobody should do that. Mick Foley was crazy.
Yeah. He even says don't do it.
Yeah, he did. The only guys that ever made that we're going to climb the cage and fight on it that made that look good was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker.
Yeah.
Nobody else could do it good. Anyways, Chris Jericho. Oh, go ahead.
No. This fucking match. Yeah. I don't like when you tag people in and out. I hate it.
You don't like the four corners shit.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. No.
They did it on Starrcade, remember?
I remember that.
Yeah. Or was it Starrcade? It was World War III.
It was something like that. And I think I had
somewhere it was.
I think I had some strong feelings about that as well. I might have said, "Hey, Sting did good here," and all that stuff. It's confusing. Like, just have them all fight. Like, you have tornado tag matches and stuff. Like, why aren't you just letting them fight?
I don't know. But it's Chris Jericho, who's the champion, versus Too Cold Scorpio versus Shane Douglas versus Pitbull number 2 with Francine. 4 quarters match for the ECW TV title.
I remember Shane Douglas doesn't want this title, but he does.
Well, now it's very clear that he wants it. So that's over. This is a 4 quarters match where it's like 2 guys have to be in the ring and then you tag in if you want to stop fighting, or the other guy tags in and gets in there. So, and it's elimination too. They didn't say that explicitly, but I guess we were supposed to know that. So Shane, he clobbered Pitbull with a chair and he yells about how that's like a receipt for something that happened earlier. That was before the match even started.
Yeah, I wrote down, I said, is that real? Like I read that. Is that a real receipt?
Because nobody says that. Like, yeah, like, only guys talk about that. Like when they're talking about this guy fucking potatoed me and I gave him a receipt. I guess I don't think it was a receipt. I think it was just they were working. Pitbull's out of the match for a little bit because of that, though. So I did not do this beat by beat because it's a long match. I think they wrestled for like almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, I wrote down. I said, even though I hate the structure of this match, I said the wrestling was really good.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I was afraid you was going to be down on it because of it's 4 quarters, but
No. I liked it.
okay.
Yeah.
Jericho, he got eliminated first. Jericho tried to tag Shane in, who's been doing this game of tagging himself in when he wants in, or refusing to let himself get tagged when somebody's actually trying to tag him. Jericho forces Shane in, and Shane takes like a cheap shot on him, like, and he gets attacked by Too Cold Scorpio, who tombstones him. He pins him for 3. And that Jericho's out, and he's like, "No, I'm not out." And they're like, "No, you're out." And he's like, "Fuck," and he just leaves. Scorpio got eliminated next. He tried to hit both Shane and Pitbull with like a moonsault. Like he stacked both guys up. I was like, "I'm gonna hit them both with this shit." He tried, but he missed. They both got out of the way. And then Shane DDTs him and then talks Pitbull into hitting a super bomb on Scorpio. And he listened to him, which I thought was crazy.
Yeah, I that's the only thing I got fucking mad at. I'm like, you just got fucking hit in the face. Unless they're doing like this, like, professional, because he said receipt, like, oh, you fucked me, I'm gonna fuck you, and now we're even type of thing.
Maybe. But yeah, Scorpio got super bombed and he sold the fuck out of it and it looked great.
Yeah, I fucking loved it, dude. Yeah.
So that looked good. And when it's just Shane and Pitbull too, and then it slows down a little bit. There's like this awkward attempt to get some furniture set up or something. And they fight in the ring for a little bit. And when Shane's on the advantage after he hits like a belly to belly suplex, Francine comes in to try to stop the pin. So Franchise throws her into the ring and he sexually assaults her. He starts kissing her and shit. And he's like gloating about it after he gets done. He's like, I kissed this bitch after I threw her in the ring. And then Pitbull gets up and grabs Shane. And he's about to press slam him. But Francine throws powder in Pitbull's face. And then Francine shows her ass to everybody. She pulls her skirt down. She's wearing like this really tiny skirt. And it reveals to everyone that she's got Franchise written on her ass. It's like when Peter Moore would do, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is like the wrestling version of that or something.
He does like the fucking Halo.
This is Halo. The real tattoo. No. But yeah, she did that, and then like I guess she's his property now. So
she's a whole.
So it was a sexual assault. They were in on it. It was a work.
Yeah. How many men she's been with? She's been with Tommy Dreamer, right?
No.
No. Oh,
that was Beulah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm mixing up my fucking women. Sorry.
Yeah, Francine was never involved in them. So Pitbull 1 comes out and he's like trying to get Pitbull 2 up. He's like, wake up, man, you gotta fucking win this. And he's able to throw Shane out of the ring, and both Pitbulls are gonna kill Francine. But it takes them forever to set up whatever it is they're trying to do.
Oh wait, didn't like fucking Sandman like pimp Francine to the Pitbulls? Or was that Missy Hyatt that he was trying to pimp?
It was Missy Hyatt he was trying to pimp out.
Okay, never mind.
Finally, Pitbull 2 super bombs Francine through the table. And she should probably not be on TV for a while after that. I would not. If she shows up, she better be in like a damn neck brace and like have 2 black eyes and all this.
She should be like Clarence.
Yeah, she should be like Clarence Mason, like this.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't put her on TV for a bit, but whatever. Shane gets in the ring. He single arm DDT's Pitbull 1 because his shoulder's messed up. So he's like, oh, fuck. And he rolls out of the ring. He's out.
I like that.
That was good. And then he hits another belly on Pitbull 2, but he kicks out. So he hits him with a piece of the table that exploded, and he kicks out of that. And then he hits him with brass knuckles, and then a chain that he pulled out of his boot, and he kicks out of both pin attempts of that.
Well, he's a Pitbull, man.
And he's just like, oh, I'm fucking gonna get you. And then, like, it looks like he's gonna make a comeback, but when he whips Shane, he whips Shane in the corner, and he's gonna like charge him to do that flying kick thing he does in the corner. But Shane dodges it, and Pitbull takes like this nasty looking bump out in the floor. I'm like, fuck, is he okay? He look rough. I don't know how that guy doesn't injure himself more than he does. Like when he does these crazy bumps because he's so huge.
Mm-hmm.
He staggers back into the ring, and Shane belly suplexes him one more time, and he pins him for 3. Like, that's fine. After that bump and taking all those shots and everything, it took all that shit to beat him.
Mm.
Shane is ECW TV champion again. The belt he never wanted.
Now he has it again.
Great match.
I gave it a 7.3.
Okay, I liked it more. I gave it an 8.6.
Oh, man.
The 4 corners thing didn't bother me. Maybe you did. You so if this was a regular fatal 4-way, would you have liked it more?
Yeah, I would have been in the 8 territory. So
it was the match type that bothered you.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's like a taste thing. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Overall, the match is great.
Okay.
And you would think this would be the main event, but no.
No, there's more.
There's more.
It's Lewis.
I would have ended it on this, just my opinion.
I would have too, given what we tried to end the show on. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Luis Piccoli versus El Puerto Rico. I know he's El Puerto Ricano, but it's just too close to Puerto Rico. That's the joke.
Yeah, just say Puerto Rico.
Luis Piccoli changed his whole look. He looks completely different from the last time we saw him. Remember when he was Radman or whatever the fuck in WWF?
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was kind of pudgy, and he just like he had that hair, and I think he was supposed to be like a grunge guy. I think that's what they were trying to go for, but it didn't ever work.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's like he shaved his head, and he's just wearing like a singlet, like a wrestling singlet, and he's just like beating the shit out of this guy. And I guess it's the gimmick now. He's like, oh, I'm tired of being a fucking joke. I'm going to show everybody how good I fucking am. That's the gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
He killed him. He did a Death Valley driver and a chair shot and just pinned him with one finger.
Squash.
And then Sabu came out.
In a neck brace.
Because I think Luis Piccoli was trying to like torture the poor guy. And Sabu wants a match with him. And Piccoli's like, all right, let's fucking do it. He's going to have another match. And he get a lot of offense, decent looking offense on Sabu. But Sabu came out on top in the end because he did his crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
He did his triple jump moonsaults and his springboards, his Arabian face buster shit. And he put Piccoli away after he ate a top rope DDT for the pin. So, pretty good. I gave it a 6.7.
I gave it a 6.3.
Okay. Sabu curve. I have a Sabu curve now.
Trying to see if I have any notes. I wrote Joey put a lot of fucking he put over Spicoli in the commentary a lot.
He did. I don't know how long his run lasts here. I feel
Me
like
either.
I think if I remember right, he dies a couple years from now or something. Just because of his drug issues, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As Vince McMahon said, that drug infested son of a bitch. Anyway, the main event is Raven versus Sandman in a steel cage. But it's also Stevie Richards versus Terry Gordy on the stage. And the winner gets to get into the cage. But also, it's Tommy Dreamer versus Brian Lee, Falls Count Anywhere. All three of these matches happen at the same time.
Dude, what the? I can't do this, dude. I can't do the fucking four corners. I can't have three different matches happening at the same time.
Hang on, in four corners though, you can actually process that and watch it happen.
I could process that, and it's just annoying to me. That's more of an annoying thing. But then they just go like, "All right, what if we have three matches at the same time?" It's almost like World War III like stuff where you have three fucking rings. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening in ring 1 and ring 2 and ring 3?
What if we did Royal Rumble, but we had three rings and twice as many people? That's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea.
Dude, like, this should have been in the spot where fucking the four corner match. Like, the four corner match has more of a fucking stake than this. This is all about fucking you took my kid and my kid hates me, and Tommy Dreamer says, "Look at my bitches, I fucked all of them." He's like retarded Ric Flair.
Yeah. My first thing was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? They actually thought, let's do three matches at the same time. This is another one of those damn things where it's like, yeah, in the arena, it probably was like, oh my God, holy shit, look at all this shit happening. But it's like, for anybody at home, this is like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's just, what? I do have things to say, though.
Okay.
I will give credit to Sandman because he came out and he didn't do his typical bullshit.
Yes, positive. He came out quickly.
He didn't do his entrance. Just look about fucking Sandman. I'm smoking a cigarette. I enter a set. Now he ran out into the ring and was pissed off and went there to fight Raven.
Missy Hyatt got fucked. I just want to say that.
Yeah. But like, before the match starts, though, Raven gets a mic and he tells Sandman, if you spare me, I'll give Tyler back to you.
He stole his kid.
He stole his kid. And he even gets like down on his knees and does the Raven pose.
Mm-hmm.
And then
nevermore.
Sandman thinks about it. And he turns away from Raven as if to like look at the crowd and be like, what should I do? And then Raven attacks him and hits the DDT on him. And he puts He puts Sandman in a figure four. And then Freebird starts playing. It's like Raven is like torturing Sandman, which is like weird. And then Terry Gordy comes out to fight Stevie Richards up on the stage area. And then Brian Lee starts attacking Gordy when him and Stevie get down there at the ringside because eventually they just stop having their fight there.
Mm.
They go down out on the floor where Tommy and fucking Brian Lee's fighting. And then Alice in Chains Man in a Box keeps playing because Tommy Dreamer came out after Gordy. So like this match is happening and it's just it's like people are getting their ass kicked. There's something to be said for that effect. Like just keep playing the music while people get their ass kicked. Something about that's just cool. Gordy and Stevie get in the cage, but their match didn't even end. So they said, fuck it, ignore the stipulation.
I would have said, fuck it, because this is stupid. Get in the ring, everybody.
I'm like, what was the point of making the stipulation? Whatever. And then the other two get in there too. And eventually it gets back out of the cage and they're fighting everywhere.
Why have a cage when they're all fucking getting out? Like,
what was the point of all that? And then like while all this chaos is happening and they're just saying, fuck it, this isn't a match anymore. It just Tommy Dreamer's trying to set Raven up with handcuffs again to repeat the crucified Raven and beat the shit out of him with a chair. And then Joey Styles says that's what happened last year at Heat Wave. Sandman is getting ready to cane the hell out of Raven. The Sandman's ex-wife brings out Tyler. And he runs in there and he does the Raven pose in front of Raven. And then so Sandman can't hit him. And Tommy shoves Raven. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, you want him to hit his side? Fuck him, just hit him. And then like he's like, if you don't get out of the way, I'll do it. And then Tommy's like trying to murder this child, apparently. The baby face, everybody.
Dude, you know that kid fucking probably brags about that shit at school. Like, I'm with Raven, dude.
I was on a wrestling show, and then like these guys were gonna hit me with a chair. But Sandman's like pissed off at him, and they're arguing. And my thing is, why didn't Sandman just pick Tyler up and let Tommy hit him? Be like, hold on, brother, and then he just grabs him. This child. I mean, what's he gonna do?
It just shows you that Sandman's a fucking bad father because he cared about more of his career and bitches and stuff.
And Tommy's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's like, didn't say move or something. Like, both these guys are stupid, basically.
No, he just wants to assault the kid. Tommy Dreamer is a fucking a kid beater. He wants to.
Well, you know, he's got those school shooter vibes. And because remember, he told that story where he was thinking about seriously going to WrestleMania 17 with a gun to execute Paul Heyman on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But remember the promos he would cut in the hallway with the red lights? Like, I'm so edgy.
Yeah.
What is? Goddamn. So we know what kind of guy he is. This sucks. Sandman hit a DDT the 13th fucking time in this match, and he pinned Raven somehow.
This is a dog shit match. With all these people in there, even though we like Raven, you know, Sandman can have, even though I hate him.
He has moments sometimes.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer could be okay, but like
he always gets hurt and then he gets fat. He has to wear a shirt now. And now he fucks women. It should have been Raven and Sandman in a cage for the title. Period.
Yeah, I would much rather have seen that than all this chaos bullshit. Like, they could have done a thing later where like Stevie Richards and Nova and them were like, I'm gonna come fuck you up. We're gonna help Raven, and then they get stopped or something.
Yeah, by Tommy
that would have
Dreamer.
been acceptable. But whatever. I gave us a 3.
I gave it a 2. Fuck it.
Ugh. After the match, we have to watch Brian Lee choke out 3 women with his bare hands because he's edgy as fuck. Like, he choked out Missy Hyatt, and then he choked out Kimona and Beulah.
And if the kid was there, he would probably choke them too.
That's how they ended the show. We watch him choke women out. Then it's over. I hated the main event for this. God, it was stupid. I don't understand how Paul Heyman keeps making the main event be the worst match on the show consistently. And how all logic or semblance of wrestling is just always thrown out in the main event. It's always just a big clusterfuck, and it's terrible.
Well, here's the MO for all 3 of these shows. Like, you have WCW when Dusty was booking, like, not this time, baby. It's going to be a DQ.
That's for somebody else, baby.
Yeah, and then you go to WWF, and it's like the main event is fucking match number 1. And then you go watch ECW, and the main event is like in the middle of the fucking show.
Or they have some other matches like way better than the main event.
It's like they're all trying to be different, but it's like it kind of hurts it a little bit. You just make the main event and learn how to book better to make it build up to that point.
Yeah, Paul Heyman learned how to book better.
Yeah. He gets his fucking footing later. Like when RVD starts to get in and you have Taz and then you have the Sabu feuds going on. Like Tommy Dreamer gets somewhere and then Sandman gets it. Like everything clicks at some point. I think this is just Paul Heyman being like, all right, I got these superstars coming in and out of the business. I'm just going to do what I got to do.
I've kind of learned over time that there's maybe been like some revisionist history about like certain aspects of ECW, like what was actually good or accepted, you know? Because like we're starting to see, you know how in those documentaries and shit we would see the Dudley Boys, oh my God, the Dudleys. But they always gloss over the fact of like what the Dudleys actually were for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that weird, this collection of fucking weirdos who are supposed to all be a family.
Yeah.
Not Bubba and Devon. And we saw in real time the crowd rejecting their angle. Like, they're saying this is fucking boring.
Yeah, because it's stupid. Because, like, you have Bubba in there and Big Dick Dudley, and then Devon enters the family, hates Big Dick Dudley, fucking calls Bubba stupid, but kind of wants to be with him. And it's just like, where is this going?
I don't know. And I think another case of this where it's like we're seeing like what really is going on is Tommy Dreamer. Like, in retrospect, everybody tries to make Tommy Dreamer look, oh, he was the big baby face in ECW and all this shit. But it's like, it looks to me like Paul Heyman is trying to do everything he can to get Tommy Dreamer over
Mm-hmm.
and insert him in all these angles and these crazy angles and these stipulations, and it never sticks. That's what it looks like to me. Because he's also always in like the worst shit that goes on in the show somehow.
Yeah, I don't think I've said anything positive yet about Tommy.
We said positive stuff about Tommy when we first started watching this ECW shit. We're like, dude, Tommy Dreamer's jacked.
Yeah.
And he's fighting like fucking Jimmy Snuka or whatever. And then like he got injured and he got fat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Taz's segment was pretty good. The 4 quarters elimination match was like the match of the night, but it was petty theft, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sick of this Dudley shit. I want it to change into something else fast.
And there was a bunch of like squash matches that were happening. The Axel versus Godo was pretty decent.
It was okay for what it was. You know, just short
Yeah.
little match.
And then, you know, they're trying to push this Louis Spicoli guy, and Sabu just being Sabu just comes in with a neck brace and beats him.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And then you end with this fucking shit sauce that what happened. It kind of kills the show a little bit, but you know, I still like fucking the 4-way corners thing. So, what'd you give the show?
6.3.
Yeah, I'm right at a 6.4 for me.
Main event just bothered me a lot. You scored it lower than I did, but yeah, I don't know.
Actually, hold on. Let me do my math real quick. I think I fucked up on that. Yeah, I'm changing it. It's gonna be a 6.1.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we're gonna watch Raw and Nitro from July 15th, and then In Your House 9 International Incident on July 21st.
All right, and then we're almost gonna be finished with July, and then we're gonna have our war journal soon.
The War Journal.
It's gonna be interesting a little bit because business is kind of picking up in WCW, and Raw's kind of been like,
it's been okay.
It's been okay. It's not been like damaging like how WCW was last earlier in the year.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's gonna be interesting when we do War Journal. I think we're gonna have a lot to say about that.
Yeah, it should prove interesting. Kind of curious about this In Your House because I don't remember watching it. So like I have no memory of it. I think we skipped that one.
Let me see the card. In Your House 9.
Well, you know, the big match is Sean, Ahmed, and Sid against Camp Cornette.
Yeah. Let me see. Card.
I think Goldust has a match. I don't know against who.
All right. So Justin Bradshaw versus Savio Vega. And then we got the Body Donnas versus the Smoking Guns.
That could be good.
Mankind versus Henry O. Godwin.
Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mark Merrow.
Right. They were supposed to have a return match.
Mm-hmm. Undertaker versus Goldust, and then we have that the 3-way, or not the 3-way, the
6-man.
Yeah, 6-man.
Undertaker Goldust could be good.
Yeah.
They have good matches together.
The card looks good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But-
maybe it'll be a good show. We'll see.
But sometimes when we look at the card and we say that looks good, sometimes it shits the bed.
Sometimes it doesn't end up that
Yeah.
way. It's
Yeah.
true.
All right. Well, I think we'll end it here. Usually I would say if you want to catch more Getting Some Color, follow us live on Big Trouble Media, but we're going to be restructuring some things. So we will be on Big Trouble Media Live next time. And then the VOD will be on the Big Trouble Media. So make sure you follow both of those YouTube channels. I actually was supposed to set that up today, but I fucking took a nap and totally forgot, and I had to go make our little thumbnail really quickly. So
That's fine.
and
Also,
plus
it'll probably be a little bit till our next one.
yeah,
We have to have a break.
I gotta have a break because my job, we're having our back to school sale since I live down south, and it's different from the Northeast, because Northeast their school year starts in September. Down here it starts in August because they get out in May.
Didn't know that.
But trying to think, Big Trouble Media is on Big Trouble and Little Podcast is on a break until we resume recording back in September on Big Trouble Live. So until next time, remember to get some color. Peace.